Okay, so welcome to this short presentation of the Review Exchange. This is a simple but brilliant way to acquire free stuff that you can sell or keep or give as gifts. At least you know we're live. Okay, so it looks as if we're actually in action now, so I'm just going to continue. At the moment, you can see a few products which are popping up on the screen around the presentation at the moment. These are products that are actually live. So you see a few products now popping up around the screen. These are actual products which are live, available to you if you join today. Okay, this is just a very, very small selection of the products. So moving along, what is any business about? What is the main thing with the business? For me, it's the product. If you can obtain physical products delivered through your door, then I cannot see anything better. These are not digital products. These are real products that come through your door that you own, that you can sell, keep, or give as gifts. Do whatever you like with them. They're yours. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you now to the owner. This is the lady who's developed it. This lady is Shelley Nichol. Shelley is based in Oxfordshire, and there's a picture of her there in her favourite pose, receiving some parcels from Amazon. This actually happened yesterday because I popped round to take some pictures of some products she's got, and whilst I was there, the door went, and sure enough, it was the Amazon delivery man. So I got a picture of her looking very happy there. Shelley is in the top 5% of product reviewers in the UK. And one of the reasons that this works, nice slippers, Shelley. That's from Paul Lester, Shelley. One of the reasons this works is because the sellers are very happy to work with the Review Exchange members because they know you are working with Shelley. You're under her guidance, okay? And you're not going to make the mistakes which is going to cause them problems. And secondly, because it's a paid subscription, they know that people in the Review Exchange are paying to be there, and therefore they're going to take it seriously. And it's on that basis that you're able to receive free products. Okay, so just a few more. I'm going to whip these up fairly quickly. These are actually the brown there. That's Shelley's dining table. So I took these yesterday. These were a few more, and I can absolutely assure you this is just a very small selection of the products that she's had delivered. Bear in mind, she's been doing this quite a while, so she really does know her stuff and has a wonderful reputation out there with the sellers. So how do you monetize your products? We're going to show you how to do that. You obviously want to turn it into pounds. Remember, it's a 100% profit. Once you've got the product, you own it entirely. And there are several ways, but the obvious one is to sell on eBay. Now, let me tell you this, everything sells, absolutely everything. We do see people who come in and they aim straight for the most expensive cameras, most expensive watches. Let me tell you, everything sells on eBay, even those small little dog toys, children's little toys, things like that, everything sells. And there's a little bit of advice for you. Use Hermes for delivery. It's by far and away the cheapest way to get products moved. You can, of course, do car boot sales once you've built up enough stock. You can list stuff in Facebook selling groups. You could create your own Facebook sales group. Make sure it's a public group so anybody can see it. You could add your products in there, give the sales group a nice title, bargain buys or something. Have a little think about the title and people will come to your group and see what you're selling. This one came to me today, talk to local shops. Okay, we all know that on the high street these days, lots of shops are closing because the online presence is just causing them problems. And I have a local little estate agents near me, grocers. They do various things. I'm absolutely sure he would love to have a little section in his shop where his products are absolutely free. So I'm going to go around there and talk to him about becoming a member of the Review Exchange and basically getting himself some free product. If he's not prepared to do that, maybe he doesn't have the time because he's running a business, I'd happily sell him mine at 50% of full price. He's still getting it cheap, and I'm still getting it at 100% profit, whatever I sell it for. And keep an eye out for local fundraising events and take a stand. Okay, it's just an idea for you. Obviously, we see at these events nearly new store. So I came up with the really new store because obviously it's all new products. So there's a few ideas for you to move to sell products, basically. Okay, but remember, you are joining a community. We will be helping you as we progress and the business grows, or certainly the membership grows. Okay, this is a little something I did, as you can see, on the 13th, which was yesterday, I think. I went to my eBay account. The way we have this set up, Shelley does other e-commerce, and she uses my eBay account to do sales on, and therefore the payments come to my PayPal account, and I send the money over to Shelley as soon as it arrives. So she keeps her two sides of the business separate. And this is an example for the just 3 days, really, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. And you can see on there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eBay sales. Okay, they're all 100% profit. Now, I obviously transfer that money across to Shelley, and there's an eBay fee, but that's still 100% profit. You'll also notice a couple of refunds on the top right there on the 12th. These are products that I've ordered through the Review Exchange, and I've received my money back in full. Okay, it's there. You can physically see it. So the total sales on these 3 days was £119.80, nearly £120, and the total cost of products, £0. Now, I personally think this is a pretty good business for a tremendous amount of people who are struggling to make ends meet out there. I'm not going to start talking crazy figures, but if you start to add things up and realize that, this could be something that could pay for somebody's car finance, on a small level. Obviously not talking about a Rolls Royce. Could be something that could pay for a holiday for the family for a year, just by doing this. So this is a tremendous business. We're not going to come here and tell you if you join it, you're going to be a multimillionaire in a month, as we see with a lot of online businesses. This is a very real, honest business where we're going to keep things in perspective for you. Okay, it's a quick statement, which is really important. This is not a guarantee of income. Your income will depend entirely on your efforts, and each person's income will vary accordingly. Obviously, like anything, the more effort you put in, the better you are likely to do. We don't make any promises here. Remember, Shelley has been doing this for quite some time, so she's got quite a lot of stock listed on eBay. If you're just starting out, we ask you, please be patient. You need to get that stock. You need to get that stock listed, and then your sales will definitely start to come. As part of the training program that we're going to do on a Monday evening, we're going to do some training. We will be doing some eBay training for you because both Shelley and I were involved in a largest business in the UK where there was a lot of training on how to list on eBay. And I know everybody thinks they probably already know how to list on eBay, but there are a few little tricks which we can teach you, which will mean that your product will get seen above everybody else's, and sometimes even at a higher price. But we'll do that in the training, not on this webinar here. Okay, so what have we got in place for you in terms of support? We're going to have a weekly live training webinar on Mondays at 8:30 p.m. We're doing that quite late to give people an opportunity to put the kids to bed, have a meal perhaps. Okay, so it's a little bit later on in the evening. It's not at this time. And we have a support email system. We ask you, please, there are going to be issues. In any business, there are issues. A lot of people are connected direct to Shelley. Shelley's job is to work with the sellers, get the sellers put in as much product into the platform as they possibly can, because we need to keep you guys supplied with goods. If you have an issue, please don't message her in the middle of the day. That's her priority. That's what she needs to be doing. The object of the email there is so that you can send anything, any support emails via that, and then she can answer in her own time. If she has to do a bit of research, she's got time to do it, but she can do that, at the right time as such. Let's not take her away from what we want her doing. Okay, you can book a one-on-one training with Shelley. This is by appointment only, again, because of her busy schedule. So if you email the Review Exchange at gmail.com and just request a one-on-one training, Shelley will email you back and give you 2 or 3 options, times and dates, and then via whatever system she chooses, whether it's phone, a Skype call or whatever, She will do a personal call with you and some one-on-one training, but critically, it's by appointment only. She'll let you know the times. And you are joining a community where people help each other. Okay, you are not alone in this. There's going to be lots, there already is lots of members. There's going to be lots of members there prepared to help you on your journey. Don't be frightened to ask. People are quite willing to help. Okay, so this section is divided into three, as it says on the left-hand side. The first bit is, how does it work? When you join, you will be given access via a closed Facebook group to the hundreds of contacts that Shelley has developed over the years she's been doing this. Really important to understand that, because it's not on the website. Okay, the sellers are not on the website. It's in a closed Facebook group. Okay, it's not on the website because the website's out there and pretty well available to everybody. You get access to this closed Facebook group. There is some brief training in the group telling you exactly what to do, but in short, the contacts will give you a 100% refund in exchange for an honest review of their product. The critical word there is honest. That's the way we want to run this. We don't want people coming in. You don't have to lie. You can tell the truth about the product, and they will give you a 100% refund for giving them a review on that product. That's it. It's as simple as that. We don't need to make it any more complicated. This really is a simple program. Okay, how to join and how to get it for free. So in order to join, there's a membership which is £25 a month, but I am about to show you how you get that for free if you want to. And you're not in any contract. So you subscribe, you're going to join at £25 a month. Okay, but you're not subscribing for 3 months, 6 months, a year. It's entirely up to you how long you stay in the program. All you need to do is ask the person who introduced you to this webinar for a link, and make sure you follow the sign-up video on the homepage of the website to the letter. And that's really critical. I find in my experience, and this is a particular trait of the male species, is that we give you a sign-up video showing you exactly how to join, and people ignore the video. They just want to sign up as quick as possible and get into the program. Please follow the video exactly. It's really important you do that because it links everything together. Okay, and you will receive an email with a link to the Facebook group that I mentioned earlier, and you simply apply to join the group, and that's it. You're up and running. As soon as you go into the group, the instructions are going to be there, tell you how to get your free products, essentially. Okay, so how do you get yours for free? The Review Exchange runs an affiliate program, like a lot of these things. And it's really quite simple. We haven't got a complicated binary this, binary that, or anything. This is a really simple program. And we just thought we wanted to give people the opportunity. We wanted people to introduce people because we think it's a great business, but also the opportunity to earn their £25 back so that basically they can be a member for free. So if you introduce a person, you're going to be paid £10 every month that they are paying, of course. And so if you introduce 2 people, obviously you're going to be paid 2 times £10, which is £20. You're going to get that in commission for introducing 2 people. Now, if one of those 2 people introduces one other person, you are going to be paid £5. Okay, now obviously that's another £5. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out. You've introduced 2 people, which most people can do, and let's face it, who doesn't like free stuff? Okay, and they introduce 1, and you've earned your £25 subscription back for the month. Okay, you only need to introduce 2 to do that. Now, I know for a fact there are some people on this call who've built quite large teams in the past, and I'm not going to paint any pictures here. I'm going to let you do the maths. But just imagine if you introduce 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, and so on. That's all I'm going to say to that. Okay, right. Now, this is really important because I think this just speaks wonders for the program. This is the Review Exchange money back guarantee. And this is to give you, you can quote this to anybody you are talking to basically about this program, to give you complete peace of mind when joining, to show our confidence in the program. The Review Exchange offers a full money back guarantee as follows. It's more than a full money back guarantee, actually. If you follow the short training given and are unable to obtain £25 in free products in your first month, we will refund you your first month's £25 subscription in full and a further £25. Okay, that's a pretty confident guarantee, I think. And the conditions. Obviously, there are conditions attached. You must have followed the short training given in the files section in the group once you join, and you will need a £25 purchasing budget when joining the program to qualify. Okay, now obviously we're saying you're going to get £25 of free products in your first month. You can't get £25 of free products unless you've brought £25 of products. So that's why you need that budget to get started. Okay, but members generally receive considerably more than £25 of free products in their first month, usually running into hundreds of pounds. Okay, now before I go to the last slide, there's one slide after this. I just want to see if I can do this. I'm actually going to invite, see which guys are on here, but I'm going to invite somebody to do a little testimonial for us. Tom, are you on here? Tom Holman. I cannot see you at the moment. Ah, yes, right, Tom. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open your mic. Let me try that now. Actually, you may not have the ability. Tom, can you try talking?
Hi there, sorry.
That's all right. Tom, I just wanted to, before we go to the final slide, just wanted a couple of testimonials from neutral people, if you like. And it was, if you wouldn't mind just telling everybody how long you've been in and your experience of things so far.
Yeah, so I started with the Review Exchange about 2 weeks ago now. And pretty much, I think, to start off with, I think, as I'm finding with a lot of people, I was a little bit skeptical at first, because obviously the fact of you don't tend to get anything for free nowadays. However, it's not really the case with the Review Exchange. So within the first 2 weeks of me joining up, the amount of stuff that I've had come through the door is ridiculous. I've got spiralizers, I've got Bluetooth headphones, I've got iPhone cables, I've got torches, I've got toolkits, I've just got so much stuff. And today I've pretty much spent majority of the day starting listing stuff on eBay, because that's kind of my bit of my background. I have sold a fair bit on eBay as well, so a lot of my stuff I've sold. 2 things I've already sold on eBay today as well. And yeah, it's just, you know, for 25 quid, you know, you're going to cover that probably, you know, in, you know, 1 or 2 products that you're going to get from Amazon. From my experience over the course of the 2 weeks, it's advisable to have a spreadsheet in regards to what products you've applied for, what you've bought, when you need to leave the review, when the seller's going to refund you and things like that. So I think it's a case of being organised with that as well. But no, so far I absolutely love it.
Brilliant, thank you, Tom. Okay, well there you go, guys. There's a little testimonial from Tom. I'm now going to just try one more guy. Tom, I'm just going to mute you. Thank you for your time. It looks like mute yourself. So I'm going to try one more guy if he can speak. I don't know if he knows I was going to ask him, so this could be a bit of a surprise. Just see if I can unmute your microphone. Richie, can you hear me? Richie?
Hello.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
You weren't expecting this, were you?
I wasn't, no.
Richie and I go back a long way, been involved in e-commerce before. We know it's, you know, in theory, it's a great way to make money, but you make your money when you buy your product. And this is the first time, well, we've known where you can get your product absolutely free. So would you mind giving us a quick testimonial like Tom did, how long you've been in and how you're doing? Because I know you're a bit of a kleptomaniac. You're collecting stuff left, right and centre.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Tom, really, I've been almost 2 weeks. Sorry?
I should have said magpie. I'm not sure what kleptomaniac means, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'm, like you say, part of we used to do quite a bit on eBay before, so the thought of some free stuff was quite appealing. And like I say, it's been about 2 weeks, and for me, I found it quite simple. You go into the group, read through everything, see what you needed to do. It was a little bit nerve-wracking to start with, but you'd send out a few messages, a few emails, and before I knew it, stuff was coming through the door. And at the moment, it seems to be about 3 or 4 items a day, and not everybody's got to do that. But I set myself a budget at the beginning. I received that budget back in the first week. Towards the end of the first week, I managed to do most of my reviews between 3 and 4 days, sometimes 5, and got most of them done by the weekend. Sent my link to show the clients the link, and yeah, within a day of them receiving that link, the money was in my PayPal account. I was getting emails, you have money in your PayPal account. It was just phenomenal. I mean, unbelievable. This money is coming back in, and you've got all these products. And I've got, similar to Tom, I've got a dash cam, I've got an action camera. I mean, they're just some of the bigger things. I've got loads of little things, headphones, earphones. God, I've got so much I can't even think what I have got.
I actually thought you were going to say Action Man then for a minute, Richard.
No, that's me. I mean, I've got a flosser, a flask, a torch, card readers, a helicopter. I've got a battery pack. I've got some vitamin tablets. I've got what's that? What would you call it? For your passport cover. I've got a handbag coming, not for me, but I've got some tooth whitener. It's just fantastic. We get the whole family involved. I've got my daughters testing stuff out, and then I just go on, write my reviews, and get paid again. Just get the money back. And this weekend I start listing on eBay.
Fantastic.
Just look forward to the profit coming in.
Yeah, 100% profit. Whatever you get, even if it's only £1, it's 100%. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. Well, thank you very much, Rich, for doing that. That's good of you. I'm going to mute you again now, and I'm just going to go to the final slide. So we're near enough done. Let me put that back up. And the final slide is, remember this, the 100% or the full money back guarantee and a further £25 if this doesn't work. Why wouldn't you join? Nobody offers you that. Okay, so, oh, look, the screen's frozen again for me. Typical. Well, the last screen basically says thank you for attending, and why wait? Join today. So if you've been invited by a friend and you're on the call and you're thinking about joining, join today, and you can be in that group within 10-15 minutes looking at these products and basically getting started today. So guys, that's the end of the webinar. Thank you very much for attending. For those of you that are members, there is a training call on Monday at 8:30. You'll all be notified by email and sent the link for that. And we look forward to seeing you all there with a little bit of training. Okay, guys, thank you very much for attending. Good night.